Well, good afternoon. My name is Lakshmi and Reddy, and I'm the Dean of the College of Engineering. And it is my honor to welcome you all to our ceremony today. Frankly, this is the day that all of us in the family of NMSU Engineering look forward to for the rest of the semester. So I want to invite all the families and the near and dear of all our graduates today as we celebrate their accomplishments. But before we get started with the program, I have a special guest with us for you today, and that's our president of NMSU, Dr. John Flores, who will start the program with opening remarks. So President Flores, thank you so much for taking time to be with us. So it's yours.
Thank you, Dean Lakshmi. Reddy, I appreciate that. And welcome to all of our new graduates and your families. Congratulations. You have accomplished a milestone in your life. You are now less than 20% of the population of this country, or about 20%, that has gone through college and graduated. And of course, a lot less of those are engineers like you are. But more importantly, less than 2% of the population on this earth has a BS degree. And a lot less than that have an engineering degree. So you are a part of a very small amount of people on this earth that can actually solve problems, can actually think through a lot of things, and can help everybody around you and around the globe to really address major issues that we're facing as a society, we're facing as a world. So let me congratulate you for this achievement and congratulate your families that need to share in this accomplishment with you, because without them, you would not have been able to get here. Just like without your faculty and professors and mentors and all the help that you have received through your life, you will not have been able to make it through this. But you have made it, and now you are graduating. And now you're looking forward to a great life, and you will have a great life because you graduated from New Mexico State University, one of the best engineering programs in the country, one of the best engineering programs in the world. So take some time to celebrate, take some time to really reminisce and think about the time at New Mexico State University. And although this last year was a little different, a lot more stressful, better days are coming ahead for you and for all of us. And as you think about your future, make sure that you find something that you really like to do. And for engineers, there's a lot of possibilities out there. I'm sure you will find something that it's really, really not only good for you, but enjoyable. And when you do that, make sure that you're helping everybody around you. Everybody around your family, everybody around your friends. And don't forget that New Mexico State University helped you get where you are. And it will continue to be here to help you throughout your life when you need us. So as you go forward to your life, don't forget to look back and look at New Mexico State University. And remember, you're an Aggie. So go Aggies.
Great. Thank you, President Flores. Thank you for sharing this special occasion with us. Let's begin the program and to read the history of the Sociedad de Ingeniero and the Order of the Engineer. I'm going to invite our Associate Dean of Academics, Dr. Antonio Garcia.
Thank you, Dean Reddy. The Sociedad de Ingenieros was established on the campus of New Mexico State University on December 12, 1989, by deans and department heads of the College of Engineering. The society is dedicated to each graduating class of engineers in anticipation of the future contributions they will make to society while practicing their profession. The society is named after the word ingenium, meaning innate or natural capacity and genius, in Latin, which is the origin of Romance languages. In countries where the Romance languages are spoken, the title of engineer bears great honor, and engineers are highly respected for the academic rigor required to obtain a degree in engineering and the achievements of engineers that affect the world. At each ceremony, eminente members are inducted into the society. These recipients have distinguished themselves in the field of engineering and serve as role models for new graduates. So now I'll read the Order of the Engineer, and this is addressed directly to our graduates. In 1926, the ritual of the calling of an engineer was initiated in Canada, which includes placing a wrought iron ring on the small finger of the working hand. In the United States, the ceremony is known as the Order of the Engineer. The ceremony presents an opportunity for you to take a pledge and recall that the professional purpose of engineering involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. The obligation of the Order of the Engineer is the formal statement of an engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession while promoting honesty and integrity. Initiates, as they voluntarily accept it, pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. Your membership in the order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and wearing of the stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. Wear it with pride in and dedication to our profession. And I turn it back over to you, Dean Reddy.
Great, thank you, Dr. Garcia. Now it's my honor to recognize highest honors student, graduate from the College of Engineering, and that is Matthew. That's Matthew Gonzalez. And let me read something about him. This is truly a symbol of what it is all about being well-rounded engineer. Matthew is graduating with BS in Civil Engineering with emphasis of structures with a GPA of 3.989. He's also Crimson Scholar and on the Dean's List throughout his time at NMSU. He plans to work as a guide in the US National Park during the spring semester and return for a master's degree in civil engineering in the fall. He has been a member of marching band, symphonic band, jazz band, and horn ensemble at NMSU, plays French horn, trumpet, guitar, and bass guitar. He was student leader in NMSU marching band for 2018 and 19 seasons. And he was an NMSU STEM tutor as well. He interned at Palo Verde Nuclear Generating Station and Walt Disney World Architecture and Facilities Engineering. Post-MS, he hopes to work for the Federal Highway Administration in the Central Federal Lands Division as a bridge engineer. That sums up Matthew's credentials, and we are very proud that we have an engineer here who is so well-rounded in not just STEM fields, but also in liberal arts. Now, let me also recognize the College of Engineering outstanding graduate, and this happens to be from Civil Engineering Department, and he's also Department outstanding graduate, and he's also Engineering Ambassador. Lucas Sabino Rivera. He's a research assistant with the Center for Biomediated Bio-Inspired Geotechnics, which is our federal NSF-funded center in the college, and co-authored a peer-reviewed conference paper. He's an undergraduate research scholar with the New Mexico Alliance for Minority Participation, the so-called AMP program. Active in the American Society of Civil Engineers, the Civil Engineering Honor Society Chi Epsilon, and Aggies Without Limits. He is an Engineering Council representative and College of Engineering ambassador. Has worked with impoverished populations in Indonesia, Bolivia, and Peru. Closer to home, he volunteered through Aggies Without Limits to help homes for homeless veterans, La Casa shelter for battered individuals, refugee housing and relief, and other New Mexico projects. Also with Aggies Without Limits, He worked on projects in Guatemala, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico. Additionally, he's a professional firefighter, worked in multiple states with U.S. Department of the Interior and state of New Mexico in some of the worst Western U.S. wildfire seasons in history. Held 2 co-op positions with ExxonMobil. Plans to obtain master's degree at NMSU in civil engineering, then join the Peace Corps, and eventually pursue PhD in civil engineering. I don't think I have read anything there that would beat this lengthy accomplishments already at the time of bachelor's graduation. So we are very proud of these accomplishments. Lucas Sabino Rivera, our College of Engineering outstanding graduate and Civil Engineering Department outstanding graduate. Now, to recognize our departmental outstanding graduates, I'm going to invite our department heads who are going to introduce themselves first and then introduce their departmental outstanding graduates, starting with the electrical and computer engineering. Dr. Steve Stohai.
Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Stohai. I'm the interim department head for ECE. It is my great pleasure to introduce Brendan Williams as the outstanding graduate for the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Brendan is graduating with a GPA of 3.97 and has been on the Dean's List and a Crimson Scholar since 2017. He served as the president of Pi Kappa Alpha and the president of IEEE HKN. Brendan did an internship with Traxon International at White Sands Missile Range and served as a research assistant and peer mentor for the ECE department. Currently, he is doing an internship with Arizona Public Service in Phoenix, and he will start working there in January. Brendan is joined today by his mother, Shana, and father, Mike Williams, his brother, Cody Geyer, and his girlfriend, Olivia Zerbe. Congratulations, Brendan.
Yes, I am Dr. Gabe Garcia. I'm interim department head for the Engineering Technology and Survey Engineering Department. I would like to introduce Selena Solis as the outstanding graduate in the Engineering Technology and Survey Engineering Department. Selena's degree is in Civil Engineering Technology. Selena has been a Crimson Scholar throughout her college career with a GPA above a 3.5. She has spent a co-op semester with Granite Construction in California. She has held internships with New Mexico Department of Transportation, Bridge Inspection, and the Las Cruces Public Schools Construction. She is a social chair, or is the social chair for Aggies Without Limits, and a residential advisor for incoming freshmen. Selena will work with BNSF Railway, hopefully until she retires. Selena will soon start her work towards a master's in civil engineering here at NMSU. Congratulations, Selena.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Hans-Ok Son, interim department head of Industrial Engineering Program. It's my great pleasure to announce our departmental outstanding senior and the outstanding graduating senior for industrial engineering is Paulina Galarza. So Paulina maintains her overall GPA score of 3.59. She is on Dean's honor list and Crimson Scholar. I'd like to mention that Paulina is a very involved student from multiple perspectives. She has served an honors college ambassador. She participated in USDA Wheels of Change food science project during summers of 2018 and 2019. She was a leading engineer for her senior capstone design project. She also served as officer for Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers. Paulina did co-op with Lockheed Martin earlier this year, and after graduation, Paulina will work for Lockheed Martin as a full-time employee. Congratulations, Paulina. Dr. Franco.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Franco. I'm the Department Head of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering here at New Mexico State University. And it's my great honor to introduce the outstanding mechanical and aerospace engineering graduate for the fall term of 2020. This person is Luis Alberto Tarronas. He's receiving both, or dual major. He's receiving both a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and aerospace engineering with his GPA of 3.883, which is very good for a dual major. He's participated in research projects such as increasing efficiency of photovoltaic panels through cooling and S1 and intercollegiate rocket engineering competition, which is another. And I'm very, very sure that's a very time and energy sink. He's an active member of Atomic Aggies, which is our rocketry group. He's very active in Tau Beta Pi Honor Society and the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, or the AIAA. He's held internships at Illinois Tools Work in Illinois and Land PKS in Jordan Rangeland research programs on Las Cruces. Beginning January, he's going to be working full-time as a mechanical engineer with a position at Illinois Tool Works in Glenview, Illinois. And he plans to return for a master's degree, and we would welcome his return greatly. Back to you, Dean.
All right, thank you, Dr. Frankel. Now, we also recognize every graduation ceremony our graduating ambassadors. Our ambassadors are the people who really represent our College of Engineering to the external communities and parents and students and high schools. So we are very thankful for all they do. Now, we already introduced one ambassador already, and that's Lucas Sabino Rivera as the College of Engineering Outstanding Graduate and CE Departmental Outstanding Senior. In addition, we also have Michael Patrick Randall, served as College of Engineering Ambassador and Student Aide in Entomology, Plant Pathology, and Weed Sciences from 2016 to present. Performed an undergraduate research project investigating the design of a drone landing pad, was a mentor for the Engineering Prep Academy, and an undergraduate teaching assistant for ME 210. He was an engineering intern for the 704th Jet Support Squadron, Holloman Air Force Base, was an intern at First Baptist Church in Las Cruces, and is actively involved in church activities. Will begin a federal position with Puget Sound Naval Shipyard in Bremerton, Washington, as a mechanical engineer. Will also pursue a Master's of Divinity from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. We are so proud of you, Michael. Thank you and congratulations. Thanks for all your services as the ambassador. So now I want to invite our very special guest. He was one like you in 1983, graduated from NMSU Engineering, Electrical Engineering Department, and rose to the top. And so we expect, of course, every one of our alum to measure up to our alumni in such great, wonderful positions in leading organizations. And we also want to introduce him as our Ingeniero Eminente, which is a designation that we bestow on a person chosen by the College of Engineering leadership. And let me read a little bit about our distinguished Manny Mora. He was inspired to become an engineer in the first place after viewing the space shuttle taking off, flying into space, and landing back on Earth in the early 1980s. That was his inspiration. With that, he earned his bachelor's in electrical engineering from NMSU in 1983. And while a student, he also participated in a Navy co-op program in Newport, Rhode Island. After graduation, he worked for Motorola as the company's first Hispanic engineering section manager, overseeing the Joint Surveillance and Target Acquisition Radar System program. Received Motorola's Engineering Award, presented to less than 2% of their engineers and scientists. He has also earned the Hispanic Engineer National Achievement Award for technical contribution, and currently Vice President and General Manager of the Space and Intelligence Systems for General Dynamics Mission Systems in the National Capital Region. He leads the business responsible for delivering advanced technical solutions in support of the gathering, dissemination, and exploitation of intelligence for the US and its allies. He just received the College of Engineering 2020 Distinguished Alum. So he received both the Ingeniero Eminente and the Distinguished Alum in the same semester, and he has provided transformational support to the Dean's critical needs for the College of Engineering for a very long time. He is a very active member of our advisory boards, both at the department level and at the college level, currently on our executive council and the Physical Sciences Laboratory Classified Ready Employable Workforce Program Council. Was previously chair for the Electrical and Computer Engineering Academy, still serves there as a member, and he has NMSU in his heart so closely that he travels regularly all the way from Washington to Las Cruces to provide guidance, advice, and mentoring to several of our students. We are very proud of Mr. Manny Mora, and we are indeed honored that he chose to come back and speak to you all for a few minutes, taking time out of his busy schedule. And of course, this doesn't need to be told. This is not to make you feel nervous, but we expect all of you to take this as an inspiration and come back to us, perhaps after 20 years or 30 years, just as Manny Mora has come back and talk to us and inspire us and inspire our graduates. With that, Mr. Mora, thank you so much for spending your time this afternoon, and the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Dean Reddy. Thank you so much for the honor. And growing up, I'll start by saying I'm the son of Mexican immigrants. My parents immigrated here to the United States in 1959. So Spanish is my first language. And so the word ingeniero eminente means so much to me because I understand and appreciate the beauty and the strength of those words in the Spanish language. That was my first language. And so those are beautiful and inspirational words. And growing up, I never imagined that I would be referred to as a ingeniero eminente. So thank you so much for that. And so it was exactly almost this time of the year in December, 37 years ago that I graduated from New Mexico State. And I had written up some words, but I think President Flores took away my speech. And what I just want to say to start off before I talk more is that I want to say what President Flores said in the opening. I have a great life because I graduated from New Mexico State University. Those words that he said, I was sitting there thinking, that's me. That's what I was thinking as I was sitting here. What am I going to tell these students? And that's really what I want to tell you. I have a great life because I graduated from New Mexico State University. And first of all, congratulations to all of you. You probably all are sitting there sighing, saying, wow, I'm glad that all the hard work is over. Boy, that was hard. I'm glad it's over. And I just want to tell you two very important things, that your hard work is just starting. It's just starting. But the most important part is that the adventure and the fun and the excitement in your life, that's also just starting. You're about to embark on just a wonderful life because you're a New Mexico State University engineer and an Aggie. So that's just starting. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, also my experience at New Mexico State. As I said, I'm the son of of Mexican immigrants. I'm one of 8 children, and when I was growing up, my father was a carpenter. He used to frame homes, and so since we were probably about 13 years old, when my mother felt it was okay and safe for us to go, he would take us into to the construction site, and we would help him build houses. And I learned how to nail a 2x4, a size 16 nails, how to put a frame, how to put sheetrock, and that's what I grew up learning. So I loved to build stuff, and then I saw the space shuttle. During that time, the space shuttle was flying, and there was this magical thing that this airplane-looking thing could blast off on a rocket, and then a few days later land like an airplane. And it was the most amazing thing. And I said, I want to do that. I want to be a part of that. And fortunately, I was good at math. And so my math teacher in high school said, then if you want to do that, you want to be an engineer. and more importantly, you probably want to be an electrical engineer. And so I was accepted into New Mexico State, into the electrical engineering department. And quickly I saw the most amazing things, and you probably all went through the same thing when you start to learn about capacitors and inductors and electricity, and that it flows backwards from the way you depict it on drawings. It's crazy, and it doesn't make sense. And I was used to, again, using 2x4s and plywood and nails, and then now I had to figure out what a capacitor was and what an inductor was. That was the craziest thing I'd ever heard of. And there was a time when I thought, this isn't for me. I made a huge mistake. What was I thinking that I could do this? And I was fortunate enough to have a professor, Dr. Lucky, and wonderful professor. And I started to go in and see him and talk to him and explain to him that I didn't understand this, and maybe I needed to not be an engineer. He was very patient with me. He would invite me into his office. He would explain to me in a way that made sense. He would just talk to me, not just read a book. And then just through a lot of talking to him, finally the light bulb went off, and everything made sense. Everything made sense. And from then on, I was able to understand everything, and I did well, and I got good grades. But I'll always remember Dr. Lucky, because he had the patience, he cared about me, he wanted me to be successful, and he took the time, and he helped the light bulb to go on in my head. And everything made sense there, and then I went off to work. But during that time also, some of the preparation that New Mexico State gave me was work. I was able to work with the physical science laboratory. I worked at White Sands Missile Range. I had a Navy co-op job, as Dean Reddy said, and so that helped me also understand how to apply some of that academic training we were receiving into real life problems. And so I graduated with a bachelor's in electrical engineering, and I went to work for Motorola. And I started working as a design engineer back then, designing computer systems, digital systems. Computers were not as advanced back then, 37 years ago. And so I found that I loved to do that. And, it was hard work. And I worked a lot of hours, but I never thought that I was working a lot of hours, because it was fun. Being in a lab, making things work was just so fun and exciting. And so my career developed from there, moving into systems engineering, engineering management, program management. And what I found during that time was that I really like to talk to our customers and understand what our customers' problems really, really were, and what they were trying to do with their missions. And our customers are the type of people that work every day in support of the defense of the United States. They're helping our our leadership, our ambassadors understand what's happening in the world, so that we can make decisions to keep our country secure. And so those are very hard things to do. And so I found that I really love to learn from them and understand what their problems were, and then try to solve them. And that's what I would characterize my entire career is trying to solve problems. And then from there, I moved on to program management, more of the business side, because I did like working with customers, and we were successful in winning business. I was moved into what we call the dark side, and some of you will probably come to a point in your career where you say, I want to be a chief engineer, I want to be a member of the technical staff, and then you may have a talent for the business side and dealing with customers, and at some point you may move on to what we call the dark side, and that means the business, running the business, caring about the contracts and people and customers and execution and making money in the business that we do, but delivering on the missions. And so I moved in that direction. I would say about 25 years into my career. And I started leading people, dealing with customers, dealing with strategy, dealing with a corporate headquarters. And that was a whole new world to me. A world that is different from being an engineer. And I think, and I hope that happens to a lot of you, if that's something that you like. You start dealing with just the most amazing things. Like you start dealing with customers at the very highest levels and start to understand what their problems are. You start to deal with other companies, other industries, corporate headquarters, a lot of people, having to manage a lot of people. And so I moved into that. And now, as Dean Reddy said, my job is I'm the vice president and general manager of the Space and Intelligence Systems. And every day I wake up and I still pinch myself that I can't believe that I do this for a living. I run a $1 billion business that is supported by about 2,000 engineers spread all over the country. I live in Alexandria, Virginia, and my customers are NASA, the intelligence community, the Space Force. Maybe some of you have been reading about the stand up of the Space Force. Those are my customers, and I have the amazing opportunity to sit down with them in their office, and they tell me about some of the problems they're trying to solve and some of where they're going and what the technology needs to look like. And then it's become my job to put that into practice, to build something and deliver it to them. And it's just the most amazing thing. And that's why I go back to what President Flores says, I have a great life because I graduated from New Mexico State. And as I think back to my days in New Mexico State, what really strikes me still to this day is that I met many people that really care deeply about my success. The professors, the counselors, they cared about my success. They wanted me to graduate. They wanted to find ways to graduate, and I see that now in the work I do in support of Dean Reddy. Dean Reddy cares about helping people graduate, and so they push me hard, but they helped me when I needed it. They really helped me when I needed it, and I feel like I came out educated, but strong. They helped give me strength, and mental strength and technical strength, and mental strength is very important as you go out also into your career. Just the strength to endure a lot of difficult decisions, to endure maybe difficult people, but they gave me that. They gave me that mental strength and the technical training that has served me for 37 years. And so I can't thank you enough. I thank you for the honor, but I thank you for what you did in changing my life and giving me a great life, because because I went to New Mexico State University. And for each one of you, I know that you will have a great life because you went to New Mexico State University. And what you do in your profession, because you are an engineer, everything you do will be very important and necessary to humanity. That's what an engineer really is. We solve problems. We use the resources that the earth gives us, and we solve problems for the good of humanity. And so that's exciting, and that's what all of you have in front of you. And I wish for you what New Mexico State gave me, a wonderful life as you get started. Thank you again, and congratulations to all of you.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's truly inspiring. And thank you for elevating NMSU engineering through your accomplishments. That's a wonderful story and an outstanding career map or plan for us to follow. And thank you for all you do for the College of Engineering. We have not had a chance here on this platform to thank you for the numerous things that you do for the college, more ways than just being financial help, but truly for spending all your time and energy to the college. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will now go ahead with the program. Thank you. And I want to introduce Dr. David Hardigy to read the obligation of the engineer. Dr. Hardigy is the department head for civil engineering. Dr. Hardigy.
Thank you, Dean Reddy. I'd also like to take a quick pause and thank Mr. Mora for his inspiring comments. Your comments are truly inspiring, not only to the students, but also us as faculty and administrators. Makes me truly proud to be also an NMSU alumni, and thank you for sharing your words. Now, getting to the obligation of the engineer, I'd like to ask all of you that are present and are graduating, if you could please raise your right hand with me and repeat the following words. I pledge to give the utmost of performance, to participate in none but honest enterprise, to live and work according to the laws of man and the highest standards of professional conduct, to place service before profit, the honor and standing of the profession before personal advantage, and the public welfare above all other consideration. In humility and with need for divine guidance, I make this pledge. Thank you for your attention, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over back to Dean Reddy.
Thank you, Dr. Hardigy. Now is the moment that you're all waiting for. I want to introduce Professor Kenny Stevens to introduce department heads and announce induction of fall 2020 graduates. It's yours, Kenny.
Thank you, Dean Reddy. I also want to congratulate the graduates and their families and their friends. It's an amazing accomplishment, and we're so proud that you're here with us today. Our first department to be recognized is the Department of Chemical and Materials Engineering. Before I start with the names, I'd like to pass it over to Department Head Dr. David Rockstraw for a few words.
Thank you, Kenny. I am happy to present the 8 graduate students who have completed their advanced studies in chemical engineering. This is a special group of people to me. I have hours of stories about these individuals and the unique paths that each has followed to reach this achievement. They will soon learn that today their life is forever changed. A greater man than I once wrote, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go. Wherever you decide to go, remember from where you came, and come back to chemical engineering when you're in a position to hire another Aggie chemical engineer." Back to you, Kenny.
Thank you, Dr. Rockstraw. So, the graduates from the Department of Chemical and Material Engineering: David Arthur Amide, Zheng Kui, Kaylee Garland, Joshua Yoel Gomez, D. Huang, Yifan Mao, Rodrigo Santillan Rosales, Jiuling Yu. And those are the graduates from the Department of Chemical and Materials Engineering. Our next graduates are from the Department of Civil Engineering. Before I read the names, I'd like to pass it over to Dr. David Howdiggy, Department Head, for a few comments.
Thank you, Kenny. Well, let me start by sending my heartfelt congratulations to all of our fall 2020 civil engineering graduates. We have over 20 Bachelor of Science, 4 Master of Science, and 6 PhD degree recipients. I'm extremely proud of each one of you for persevering and finishing your degree in these tough times of COVID. I'm sure it wasn't easy. I would also like to recognize the friends and family members that are online with us today for your role in supporting and encouraging your civil engineering graduate. As all of our graduates have experienced, completing a civil engineering degree requires a great deal of focus and hard work. You have raised the bar of what it means to be an Aggie and an NMSU engineering graduate by overcoming the many obstacles that COVID has created. Just a few to mention to you: adapting to the online format of your classes. You know, in civil engineering, it's very laboratory intensive, and that takes a lot of adaptation, and I commend you for that. You've also proved to be self-motivated and also learning in a more independent fashion, which is going to be beneficial to you as you proceed into the profession, where you're going to have to learn a lot about other things that you didn't learn in the classroom. You've also shown to be able to be patient with yourselves, your fellow students, faculty, and administrators. You know, as you send emails and it takes time for these emails to get answered. And then the final thing, you know, just managing your studies from your home office and all the challenges that creates, like dogs barking, interruptions from family members, poor internet communication, such as the one I just recently had in this meeting. But you all overcome that. And I'm sure you all have your own story to share. So it goes without saying that I really would have preferred to be standing with you, shake your hand, see the expression in your face, because that gave me a lot of joy. It really gave me a lot of joy in seeing that sign of accomplishment in your eyes. And so I hope to be welcoming you back to NMSU and giving you this congratulations in person. You all have demonstrated incredible resilience in finishing your degrees, and these qualities will definitely benefit you as you face life's challenges. And what's really been inspiring is that you have not given in. I'd like to give a special shout out also, as they were introduced by Dean Reddy, Matthew Gonzalez for highest honors in civil engineering, and also Lucas Rivera for outstanding graduate in the college. This is truly a blessing for us, and also for the department, and you representing us so well. And in closing, thanks to all of you for choosing NMSU. Please stay in touch, and remember that you always have a home in the NMSU Department of Civil Engineering. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Jauregui. And now the graduates from the Department of Civil Engineering. Jason Alcantar, Syed Ali Alayli, Turki Said Al-Mahmari, Joshua Barrera, Ivan Seferino Benavides III, Lauren Blankenship, Casey Bryce Campbell, Cecilia Estrada, Judith Maria Garcia, Engineering Highest Honors recipient, Matthew J. Gonzalez, Rodolfo Alejandro Hernandez, Ivan Jimenez Avelar, Jacob Daniel Lilly, Guan Yu Ma, Jed Maxey, Grace Savannah McMurray, Ausama Khalid Mohammad Ali, Srimali Pritika Munashige Arachinge, and the outstanding graduate from the Department of Civil Engineering, the outstanding senior for the College of Engineering, and engineering ambassador, Lucas Sabino Bubu Rivera. Osvaldo Arnoldo Rivera Caballero. Melissa Roldan. Jordan Teresa Romero. Cesar A. Ruiz Cejas. David Salgado Manzano. Carlos Daniel Silva Rojas. Jacob David Smeltzer. Cedric Lee Smith. Fernando Daniel Tirado. Osmar Andrés Treviso. Jacobo Elias Valenzuela. Benjamin J. Zurwek. Chengzhu Zhuang. And those are your graduates from the Department of Civil Engineering. And now from the graduates from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Before I read the names of the graduates, I'd like to pass it on to Department Head Dr. Stephen Stohai for some words.
Hello and congratulations 2020 graduates of the Klepp School of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Now, when you guys receive your diplomas tomorrow, you will join the ranks of electrical engineers and become a member of a professional group whose innovations have driven the economy since the dawn of the computers. Over the next few decades, we'll witness significant advancements in autonomy, machine learning, space systems, healthcare, and clean energy, all driven by electrical engineers. As you begin your professional career, remember to be bold and allow your contributions to shape the future. Back to you, Kenny.
Thank you, Dr. Stohai. And now the list of graduates from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Merrick James Allen. Weston B. Ball. Ali Mohammed S. Al-Sheri. Warde Saleh Mohammed Al-Yunis. Liliana Young-Suk Boyce. Matthew Daniel Breton. Cody Carl Bush. Brandon Kyle Byford. Christopher J. Carr. Andrew David Cummins. Rafael de la Torre III. Martín Cerlo de la Cruz. Anthony Michael de Rochis. Olukoode Abiodun Egunjobi. Aaron Leonard Esparza. Tracy Fernandez. James Ryan Fleeman. Raksha Ramnik Gala. Ahmad Golomamadi. Miguel Angel Olguin. Brian Leroy Holtzberry. Quisong Hu. Salvador Ibarra. Damian Loya. Robert A. Lyons. Vinay Reddy Maredi. Thomas Aaron Martinez. Alexander Amzi Miller. Francisco Javier Miyagishima. Alessa Selena Nestor. Cristina Ivan Nevares. Adrian Xavier Ontiveros. Moyosure Rufus Osinowo. Alekia Paladugu. Pablo Patrick Paradis. Elaine Rose Antonia Petrie. James Pleasant II. Mark Roberts. Abimanyu Sarin. Zena Lisa Stevenson. Hunter Scott Stuckey. Po Chu Su. Xiaochen Tang. Susana Elisa Terrazas Hernandez. Brandon Thomas Thrower. Rosa Guadalupe Trevis. Ty Morgan Vincent. Erande Apsara Wijaranta. and the outstanding senior from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Brendan L. Williams. Jacob Michael Wilson. And those are your graduates from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Congratulations. And now to the Department of Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering. Before I read the list of graduates, I'd like to pass it over to Dr. Gabe Garcia, Department Head, for a few words.
Thank you, Kenny. Congratulations to all the ETSE graduates and to your parents and family who are here celebrating with you today. We are thankful for having you with our department over the last several years. We are happy to celebrate this joyous time with you. The last several months have presented everyone with many new challenges, and through your hard work and dedication, you have overcome these challenges and completed the requirements for your degree. So great job, everyone. Back to you, Kenny.
Thank you, Dr. Garcia. And now the graduates from the Department of Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering. Paul Allen Amen. Jeremy Joseph Aranda Trujillo. Matthew I. Baca. Ellen Paula Baca. James Raymond Barrow. Lucinda B. Begay. Joe Britnell. Chase B. Brown. Raymond Bird. Rolando Germán Castro. Patrick Michael Chavez. Taryn Amber Chester. Bradley D. Cosper. Samuel L.W. Cozart. Alexander Thomas Dehlavi. Freddie Espino. Rosario Flores. Adrian Follingstad. Damian I. Fragoso. Carlos Garcia. Kelly M. Garrigan. Sonny Obed Gilmore. Molly Francis Givens. Ryan Gomez. Christopher Larry Gurule. Ryan Hensel. Miguel Angel Hernandez. Erica Lynn Hintrich. Tyrell Jerome Jackson. Jace James King. Brenda Lara. Alicia Maria Lendino. Melissa Lopez. William Matthew Lucero. Israel Marquez. Armando Munoz III. Adrian Pavon. Miguel Alberto Peralta. Monica Lisbeth Perez Mesa. James Charles Player. Evan James Pointer. David John Poloni. Jesus Quesada. James Michael Redmond. Skylar Theron Robbins. Michael Frank Rogers. Uriel Rosales. Outstanding Senior from the Department of Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering, Selena Solis. Eric D. Spitty. Andres Suzuki. Mark Dennis Villedo Ungos. Diana Vasquez. Joshua Anthony Vigil. Shane Tyler Warren. Dylan W. Whitner. And those are your graduates from the Department of Engineering Technology and Surveying Engineering. Congratulations. Our next department is the Department of Industrial Engineering. Before I read the names of the graduates, I'd like to pass it on to Department Head, Dr. Hansuk Son, for a few words.
Thank you, Professor Kenny. Congratulations to all of our fall 2020 graduates. We are so very proud of you all, the countless hours of hard work that you put into achieving this great milestone, even under such difficult and unfamiliar circumstances due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Great job, everyone. Now you have made one dream come true. I wish that all the other dreams you have in your life will come true. And we really hope to hear many more stories of your success in the future. I'd like to give special thanks to the parents, spouses of our graduates for their sacrifices and support during these challenging years. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank our IE faculties and staff for their tireless efforts for our students' success. Congratulations once again to the graduates and best wishes for your next adventure. Go Aggies! Back to you, Professor Kenny.
Thank you, Dr. Son. The graduates from the Department of Industrial Engineering: Mohammed Al Abdullah, Hassan Ali Al Abdrabul Rasul, Hassan Jassim Al Abu Shaheen, Fahed Al Jaran, Omar Al Anasi, Turki Al Kalawi Al Anasi, Salman Al Asemi, Abdullah Al Buhairi, Muhammad Al Dawasri, Musad Al Dafiri, Essa Telfa Al Anesi, Hassan Al Hajar, Muhammad Al Marri, Yusuf M. Al Obaid, Abdallah Saad Al Sunaidi, Hassan Al Zad, Ahmad Yusuf Atya, Samuel Ojochonu Audu, Ayat Saeed Batinene, Benjamin Hans Baumann, Ingrid Cecile Baclaw, Mohammed Mohammad, Andrew Robert Boyd, John Allen Burns, Gerardo Manuel Carrales, Joel Guadalupe Cázares, Ryan Dang, Benjamin James Davenport, Matthew Francis Fleming. Outstanding senior from the Department of Industrial Engineering, Paulina Galarza, Jonathan Granados, Stephen C. Hespeler, Day Bryant Kim, Cesar Ivan Madrid, Julio Cesar Marquez Montes, Anthony McHugh, Luke Joshua Menor, Paul Eric Morales, Jimmy Dale Morgan, Nelson Tokuchwu Noawogu, Benkata Chejaswi Pacherla, Daniel Walter Parsons, Tel Pickett, George Jake Provost, Adam Alfonso Rascon, Nathan Isaac Sanchez, William Robert Schmidt, Mohammed Shagrud, Christopher Allen Shepard, Nishan Shrestha, Danielle Marie Smolky, Victor Velasquez Martinez, Eric Jason Visger, Nathan Thomas Whitehead, Mitchell Michael Young, Habib Omolola Yusuf, Andrew Ziskin. These are the graduates from the Department of Industrial Engineering. Congratulations. And now for the graduates from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Before I read the names, I'd like to pass it over to Department Head, Dr. Jay Frankel.
Thank you, Kenny. Welcome graduating seniors and your families and friends. At this moment in time, it is about you and your accomplishments and your abilities for completing a rigorous set of tasks in order to stand before us, the faculty. Your families and friends share and savor this moment with you. They feel the pride and sweat of your efforts, for achieving this milestone, and they acknowledge your hard work in reaching this day. You will remain connected to the Aggie traditions of dedication, hard work, integrity, and pursuit of discovery and knowledge. Many lifelong friends have been made during this journey at this university. This includes fellow students and faculty and staff. The faculty and staff wish you good health, happiness, and a safe journey to your next step, whether it be industry, national labs, graduate studies, or other pursuits. Work hard and you're enjoying being adventurous. Travel when possible for continuing your life journey. Finally, please remember the Mechanical and Aerospace Department at New Mexico State University. This department in the College of Engineering will grow. We wish you remain involved. We wish for you to remain involved and watchful of our efforts. Stay in contact with us and congratulations. Go Aggies. Back to you, Kenny.
Thank you, Dr. Frankel. And here are the graduates from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Salem Saad Al-Mahdi, Teresa Vianney Alvarez, Daniel Alvidres Lozano, Mauricio Arispe Trevino, Chase W. Austin, Ahmed Ogore Baraka, Kevin Matthew Barron, Dominique Blea, Habib Campos, David Oswaldo Crane Castellanos, Jesus Ricardo Chavarria, Diego Said Chavez Arana, Edgar L. Corrales Sotelo, Jocelyn Delgado, Nicholas Avan de Lobato, Jacob Enriquez, Alexander W. Farrell, Daniel Angel Floriano Cano, Daniel Jesus Franco, Seyede Sepide Gafari, Jordan Matthew Glaze, Gabrielle Malia Graves, Caleb M. Pistol Pete Gustin, Kevin Elijah Henry, Jose Eduardo Olguin, Kavan Sudarna Jawarahal Ayanatan, Eric Jimenez Jr., Brandon Lance Johnson, Jamie Cole Kennemure, Kevin Christopher Larkin, Arturo Leos Alonso, Stephanie Carolyn Lloyd, Keenan Andres Marquez, Sergio David Marquez, Devin Thomas McGee, Jesse Dallas Miller, James E. Moncayo, Ryan Nicholas Montoya, Alexa Mortensen, Joseph Michael Mosley, Joshua Brian Nakai Chapman, Omar Daniel Navarro, Sarah Nozaki, Dana Marie Page, Corey Michael Payne, Isaac Pablo Peña, Victor F. Perez Camacho, Jeremy Wade Pitillo, Ross Edward Pitzenbarger, Samuel John Raleigh, College of Engineering Ambassador Michael Patrick Randall, Eric Rios, Edward Francisco Rojas, Sergio Rodrigo Romero Martinez, Ryan David Salazar, Antonio Adrián Salvaré, Monica Sanchez, Cody Taylor Saunders, Micah Todd Schumann, Rainer C. Seschler, Javier Roman Solis, Alejandro Solis, McKenna Hannelore Sutherland, Bruno Teramoto, Jesus Alfonso Terraza Sandoval, outstanding graduate from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, Luis Alberto Terrones, Luis Angel Tobar, Guangwei Wen, Ann Lee Yingling, Sandra Jo Zimmerman. And those are your graduates from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Yay, congrats everyone. And now back to Dean Reddy.
Super. Well, thank you very much, Professor Kenny Stevens, for reading the names of our graduates with such a meticulous care. Thank you. You always do that every semester. We appreciate it. Now, graduates, very soon, I think you will be the alum, probably tomorrow, after the official ceremony, campus-wide. Again, I want to congratulate you all. And you are now going to be joining the very distinguished alum that this college is blessed with. I do want to recognize, as all of our department heads did, your families, your near and dear, for entrusting NMSU College of Engineering, for entrusting our faculty, for entrusting us to take care of yourselves, to take care of you and your needs, and for spending time with us the last 4 or 5 or however many years. We truly appreciate it. One thing that is not told as often is we learn from you just as much as you learn from us. We may not be saying that explicitly, but we do. So we want to thank you for being with us and for spending time with us. And I know if you look at those introductions that I read, you have all contributed so much more already through your service activities and through those diverse activities crossing way beyond engineering. We are very proud of you. And remember that we are only one click away, wherever you are in the country, outside the country even. We're only one click away. They tell me, somebody was telling me this morning that we are one of the highest hits on Instagram. And perhaps we are one of the highest in Facebook and Twitter too. I am active on Twitter, but not as often. But do whatever mode is convenient for you. Do link up with the activities that are going on at NMSU Engineering. And always, always, we would love to hear from you. Be a member of the foundation board and come back to us because I know you already have, and you'll have even more, like Mr. Mora had today, to give us in return in terms of that wonderful career story, that wonderful inspiration that will take us a long way, and that will take your junior students a long way. So with that, like all good things, this program has come to an end. I want to make sure that your celebration doesn't stop simply because this program has ended. Do celebrate. This day is yours. Tomorrow is yours. Weekend is yours. You worked hard. You earned it. But do spend safely, please, and take care of each other and take care of your families. And families, thank you for being here today with us. Goodbye and thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mora, for being here with us today. Thank you.